All right. Fire them up. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Genre of Your Life podcast, your go-to podcast for all things movie, TV, entertainment. After a very brief hiatus, like Odysseus, we have returned home.
That's right.
Very on theme, right, Nick?
we had some shit going on that we had to handle real quick, but we're back, baby.
We're back, baby. Yes, sir. And very on theme for tonight's episode. Of course, I'm your host, Doug Jones, with my amazing co-host, the wonderful, magnificent, the incredible is Mr. Nick Johnson. What's going on, Nick?
Not much, man. Happy to be here. It's been a very peaceful week, as you know. Shit's been good.
Peaceful and not so adventurous. Let's say it's behind the scenes.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to put it. I do have to apologize to everyone again. This past month of just, for me at least, I was moving, as you know, my new backdrop of my bubble for now, my little box. I was moving. I had a lot of crazy with the job stuff going on, so I take full responsibility for kind of like the hecticness and kind of being MIA for the podcast. But we are back, better than ever. Again, Moses had to record a film tonight with a friend, so. But we're back better than ever. We are now like really in the kind of like the heart now of summer movie season with Odyssey and now Spider-Man next week. You know what's so funny, Nick? There's like nothing coming out this weekend, which is hilarious. Like there's no new movies.
Oh, really?
There's nothing. Okay. And I was looking today, I was like, man, there's nothing playing. I mean, it's Odyssey. I mean, everything's been out for the past, few weeks like that and Toy Story and whatever. But I was checking this weekend.
I forgot about Toy Story. I'll admit. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that.
Hey, it's funny, like that's kind of like the beauty of this summer of movies, because like there's so much. It was so front loaded. I feel like it was so front loaded, and now it's kind of like we're not done yet, but like we're kind of towards like the middle last half of the summer. But again, it's like it's fun to see like. Usually, a pack full of movies, but I think people were kind of afraid to go up against the Odyssey, so there's nothing coming out.
Yeah, bro, I'm not. If like Nolan is releasing a movie this week, I'm like, you know what? Let me. I'll release mine about 2 months later. I'm not risking it.
No, not at all. And they a lot of things. I think a lot of things either moved or just stepped off because they were like, you know what? It's not even worth it. Like, have at it. But
I'm not competing with that, man.
No, hell, as you shouldn't, because I think it's the next IMAX screens for the next month and a half. Like, there's no way that, I mean, how well this movie did, there's no way they're going to be like, oh, you know what, like, let's give the end of Oak Street, which looks good, the IMAX screens. There's no way. Spider-Man will not be getting an IMAX release, because...
Oh, no, that's right, I forgot about that, yeah.
It's crazy to think back. I feel like 10 years ago, like they definitely would have sided with Marvel for like a release for IMAX screens. Oh, yeah. But I mean, times have changed. But also too, it's like no one's gonna be. I mean, IMAX definitely put their sword in the stone and be like, you know what, have at it. It's go for it. So there's that. But yeah, of course, everyone, welcome back to the podcast again. We are back better than ever. We hope you guys missed us as we missed you guys. And again, we have a fun, packed episode for you all this week. As always, housekeeping, you can find this podcast on your favorite podcast platform, or Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. And of course, we have our full video element of our show on youtube.com / Midway Avenue Productions. Whether you're on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube, don't be shy. Don't be scared. Leave us a review, rating. Again, your comment, your feedback means the world to us. Again, I laughed at all the negative reaction I got on my tweet on via the Odyssey. I encourage it, actually. I implore you, because again, I love seeing shit like that. It makes me laugh out loud hysterically. But generally, though, we do welcome positive feedback. But again, neutral, negative, positive, we'll take it all. So again, don't be a stranger, don't be shy. Leave us a comment on YouTube, of course, our Apple Podcasts, our Amazon, our Spotify feed. Again, we still have our ongoing goal of Apple Podcasts 200 Apple Podcast ratings and reviews. Again, thank you all again. I think it was like right before we hopped on the last episode or a few episodes ago, where again that 1,000 on YouTube was a huge deal. That was a huge deal. And so thank you all for kind of tuning into that. And again, I definitely see a lot more community engagement on that with some of the comments, whether good or bad. But seriously though, thank you all so much for the ongoing support. And to quote Nick a few weeks ago, upwards down to 10 million. And saying the past
10 million subscribers.
That's it. And so again, your feedback means a lot to us as your support. So again, thank you all for tuning in, supporting, and share us with a friend, movie fan, family member, you name it. Again, all feedback and support is very, very much appreciated. Let's get into it. All right. So the big week, of course, obviously the Odyssey. But it's kind of funny that on Monday, after a huge weekend for Chris Nolan, IMAX, Universal, and the Odyssey, Marvel goes, you know what? Let's drop the Avengers Doomsday trailer that Monday.
Right. Because I kind of, obviously, so you got to let the hype build up.
Of course.
But a question I have is like, did y'all maybe wait too long? Because I'll, just to be 100%, obviously I'm going to see Avengers Doom. I'm a comic book movie guy, so I'm gonna be checking all that stuff out. And it was cool. It has some cool moments, but I think for me, it just kind of felt like it didn't really blow my socks off. It didn't completely wow me like that. Partially because everything that we've seen in the trailer, more or less, is what we already have been seeing. Like the initial 4 mini teasers, that's just shit in the trailer. All of the set photos or leaks or whatever where it's like, is this an AI image or is it blurry? It's like, some of it obviously is got to be AI, but it still just felt like, yeah, you're not really showing me anything new. All of this stuff is stuff that has already been brought up, and I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of surprises, but yeah, it didn't 100% do it for me. It was cool. Dr. Doom was cool. I like that that Downey Jr., he's got like an Eastern European accent. I thought that was dope. He had the I almost said he fingered Thor, but when he held up the 2 fingers like blocking the axe, and he did that shit with ease. I was kind of like, hey, listen, Thor, I see why you're so fucking scared of her. He's like, bro, like the previous battles I've been in, they did not scare me as much as this guy, and all of them motherfuckers died basically. Like, we're all that's left. And again, part of the reason why I think it's not really working for me is, no disrespect to any of the other movies, but Fantastic Four was not. It was just kind of mediocre to me. So it's like the team is Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Ant-Man. It was like Thor. It was like Captain America, or Steve Rogers, Captain. The lineup just seemed a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah,
it's cool to. Yeah, like that's cool. And I'm kind of like, I don't want to say who cares, but I'm like, because I trust the Russo brothers as far as their Marvel films. They have not disappointed me, so I'm looking forward to seeing again just how they handle everybody. But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of felt like it was cool. I'm gonna see the movie regardless, but yeah, I was just like, I don't know. Like I think I like the Thor mini teaser the most.
Me too.
You feel me? Yeah, I don't even remember the other ones. I remember, well, the Captain America one was like kind of cool, but there's a theory that the Steve Rogers we saw, where he's like, hey pal, because I watched the trailer a couple times. When he said hey pal, something about how he said it just seemed kind of weird to me.
Yeah, like
because I'm like, on the initial watch, like yeah, it's like it seems kind of friendly, but then it's just like, hey, like, I don't know, like something just seemed off. And I remember a while ago, because I think it was sometime last year, maybe even, but there was this rumor going around that Dr. Doom was going to form his kind of, anti-Avengers team, which one of them was going to be a Captain America variant, which was supposed to be based off of Captain Hydra from the Secret Empire storyline in the comics. And in that one, for those of you that don't know, blah, 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 Red Skull rewrote reality, and he made it so that Steve Rogers this whole entire time was actually a Hydra agent. Like he actually, and it became this whole thing and like that. So the theory that I most recently heard for this guy is that that's not Captain America. That's actually Captain Hydra right there.
Okay.
And I'm like, that would be kind of interesting because it would explain why he has a different look. 'Cause in the teaser that we saw, Steve Rogers, he didn't have a beard. And he was clean shaven. He had short hair,
The blonde hair
um,
almost. Yeah.
blonde hair. Here, it's like like the his hairline looks almost as fucked up as mine. No disrespect, but
Oh,
got kind of it's like
be
the
nice to
longer hair.
yourself.
He's got a beard. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, and I like some people be like, okay, well, if he's evil, Captain America, how is he lifting Mjolnir? In the fucking Secret Empire comic, he lifted Mjolnir. The whole thing was like, it's like you have to believe that you're worthy. And with
Yeah.
him, he's because when he was doing all that Captain Hydra shit, he believed that he was doing the right thing, so he was
Mm.
able to
Okay.
lift Mjolnir. And even in that comic, Thor was like, he can lift Mjolnir. I guess I'm on his fucking side. It's like, hey, bro, what the fuck? But blah blah blah. Yeah, it was cool. Trailer. It was kind of like it was kind of like because again, I'm looking at the lineup like, hey, yo, I could beat this fucking team.
Yeah, right.
Bro, are you kidding me? Like, what you got? I don't. This poster right there is dope. It's where with the kind of tapestry.
Which one? This one? This one? Oh, yeah, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that
That
one.
is cool.
That's pretty cool because I haven't like fully analyzed it, but at the top we see like the woman and the boy. Like my theory, because part of Doctor Doom's history is when he was a kid, like his mom died and like went to hell or the realm of Mephisto or whatever. And a lot of what he was doing in becoming Doctor Doom was trying to save her soul from
Mm.
hell, essentially. So when I see this, I'm thinking like, is that Doctor Doom and his mom?
Ooh, interesting.
You feel, and it's like like maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Obviously, I haven't seen the movie, and I don't know, but they have introduced Mephisto already in the Ironheart series.
That's right.
So it's like that could be part of the history, but I'm still curious and excited to see how Doctor Doom is going to be, or how Robert Downey Jr. is going to be handling Doctor Doom.
Yeah, same here. I'm
And
intrigued.
you know, yeah, but other than that, like I'm excited to see Thor. It looks like he's kind of leading the Avengers, which is pretty cool to see. I do like the dynamic switch up, but yeah, yeah. Other than that, I'm like, you guys really have to deliver because you got Spider-Man, Doomsday, and then Secret Wars, and then you reboot. You cannot
Yeah.
fuck this up. You cannot miss.
I'm so with you on that. I'll be honest. So Monday happens, right? I wake up, I see my phone, see our group chat, you, me, and Moses. I see the trailer, and I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, back to sleep. I was like, all right, cool. And then I was like, then I watched it, and I'm with you, man. I hate to admit, hey, I'll be honest, is that I felt nothing. I felt nothing. I think back to when you and I, us three, were in college, and that Infinity War trailer came down, and I ran to your apartment. I was like, yo, you see this trailer? We watched like 1,000 times. We analyzed it together. We're like, oh my god! And the Doomsday, the Endgame teaser when I was in London, y'all were still in at ASU, and I was kind of like, oh my god, guys, the trailer's fucking. The hype was so insane. The hype
It was
was just
insane.
like,
It was so good. I've never done this before except with Infinity War. I saw that movie 3 times within
yeah,
24
you
hours,
broke a
dude.
record.
It did not even register because someone pointed out, they're like, bro, it's been less than 24 hours. I said, damn, I guess you're right. But that's
Yeah.
how good the movie was. That's how good the hype was with this. And it is partially because, Marvel it hasn't been performing as well as it was during phases 1 through 3. I don't
No.
even really know what phase we're in right now. Like
Neither do
I
I.
like genuinely, it just kind of feels like y'all are like releasing movie after movie. And even all due respect, this poster did not do it for me.
Yeah.
It
I'm kind
was
of what the fuck.
oh hell no, I know that's fan made,
Yeah.
respectfully, but
The hat.
the hat first off, yeah, because I'm like, it just that's him from The Last of Us. That's not even from the fucking movie.
Yeah, this is like, come on, yo. It was
Yeah,
it was this one. Yeah, this one right here. Like, oh, it's not popping up. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like, this one right here. Well, hold up.
yeah, it did not do it for me. I'm like, it
Yeah,
just kind of looks like y'all just slapped some shit together. Now
yeah.
you mentioned Infinity War. The Infinity War one that they made like this, I was able to stare at that for hours.
It's one of the best posters. Like one of
Yeah,
the best iconic
and
posters now ever.
yes, and it looks so fucking cool. Yeah, that's I I quite literally have that frame. Hang on a second.
Yeah, go get
I'm not. You know what?
it.
I'm not even. You know what? Yeah, yeah. Fuck it. Pardon my
I
language.
got you.
Sounds a lot on.
I got you. But no, I mean, I gotta be honest, guys. Like, I did not care for this trailer. Like, I just felt very just. He's going mobile.
Leave
Hell
everything
yeah,
hooked up because I'm not that tech savvy.
he's going
Apologizing, my
mobile.
audio's all. Oh fuck.
There we go. Unblur it. Unblur
I will take out a second. Sorry, let me unblur this.
it. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There it is.
So yeah, needless to say, was definitely very.
I felt nothing, dude. I truly, I felt nothing. I mean, it was like, wow, like I, it came to a point where I was like, man, like I watched it twice, and each time I was just like, man, like I just don't feel hyped. It kind of feels like this is just really random, and I kind of feel like what what Marvel's doing, and again, I had to give, I'm not pointing fingers, whatever, too, but also too is like, Shang-Chi, bro, he's been gone for 6 years. Like, where's he been? Like, he hasn't been
I
anything.
think I actually messed something up, dog. I cannot hear you right now.
Uh-oh, little technical, little switch up. All right. While I was figuring that out, I don't know, guys. Like, it comes to a point where, like, again, Spider-Man, I'm really hyped for. I am nervous about Spider-Man Brand New Day for a few reasons. Well, that'll be next week's episode, but I don't know. To Nick's point earlier too, like, I haven't really liked most of Phase 4 and Phase 5, whatever phase we're on now. Again, I did like No Way Home. I mean, I love No Way Home because of my nostalgia to Spider-Man and my love to Spider-Man. But kind of like Nick and I were very kind of like about Fantastic Four. We were like, all right, like sure, whatever. And Thunderbolt, same thing. I know Moses loved Thunderbolts. I did you like Thunderbolts, Nick?
Like I liked it. It didn't really. I watched the movie and it just felt like, yeah, this is everything I saw in the trailer. That was really it. But it did
Yeah,
everything that it set out to do. It did it very well, and I did like that it was a different story that we've seen in the MCU. But again, it was like you watch the trailer, you know how the movie's gonna go.
yeah, yeah. I really like. I'll be honest. Except for Wakanda Forever, No Way Home. I'm trying to think another one I did. I haven't. Again, I think I used to rewatch these all the time, and I'm like, all right, cool. But recently, I've only seen them once, and I'm like, all right, I just don't really have connection as much anymore. And this trailer, like, I just felt like, wow, like it kind of seemed like you're doing, no pun intended, damage control, because you're like, oh, like let's get like the Russos back, let's get RDJ back, let's get
Right.
Chris Evans back. I love how Chris Evans.
We're bringing back everything that y'all liked from before, so
Right.
please give us your money.
It's what it feels like, and I'm like, what?
And on top of that, like, oh yeah, guys, completely disregard phases like 4 through whatever, because Doomsday is a direct sequel to Endgame. It's like, what the
Come
fuck was the
on.
point of like the past few years then?
Yeah, like come on.
I'm sorry, I had like 2 or 3 multiverse projects.
Yeah, your shit wasn't working. You're like, oh, it's course correct now. And what kind of irks me a little bit too is that, like, it was clear y'all had no plan. It was clear that, like, y'all doing Disney Plus shows, minus a few of those shows. There
Yeah,
seemed like
Daredevil, Loki, and Moon Knight were cool, but Moon Knight's not even fucking coming back. So it's kind of like,
no.
what the fuck? What the hell was that about?
What was the point? And also, too, you made a big deal about these, like, getting, like, Secret Invasion. That shit was us. Or even, like, and even She-Hulk. And it's like, wow, you made a big stink about these TV shows. And then it was like, you know what? Actually, we're good. So, to your point, what was the point? Like, what was the point of doing that in the first place? I just felt very, like, I just think Kevin Feige and the whole machine of Disney was just like, all right, let's pump out content. And it was like, no, this is art, this is filmmaking, this is entertainment. It's content for you all, but it's really like, you should be taking more pride and effort into your work. And
yeah, don't just be putting shit out there. And also, this is the second time we've seen Shang-Chi in what, like
6 years?
5 years?
5 years? Yeah, 5 years. You're right. Where's he been?
When his movie came out, I was not even engaged yet. I'm fucking married now, bro.
That's saying something, man. Oh,
you feel me?
Yeah, Eternal, same thing, same year.
It's like Eternals. I fucking forgot about the Eternals. Y'all even though, like, yo, well, we've had them in Captain America. Okay, but that movie was just kind of whack, and like, I'm sorry, like, I don't. I feel bad for Anthony Mackie's role in all of this, but
Oh
it
yeah,
just kind of feels like I don't know, like y'all should have done him like better than this. You guys, I don't know, man. Because even like his movies, like this is just Hulk Part Two, Eternals 1.5,
yeah.
and like I don't know, man. I
There's
don't
too
know
many
what the hell they were
writers.
doing.
It was too many writers. I said on our review last year. Go back to our listeners. You want to go back to that review. I just think it was too many writers. There was too many cooks in the kitchen, and they were just like, all right, what fuck it, let's put this out. And there was no clear direction. It was very like I've been saying this word recently, machine made, where it was like there was really not a lot of artistic integrity with that movie. A lot of Phase 4 and Phase 5, and to this movie too. Someone on I listen to this podcast now called Midnight Boys, and it's like Van Lathan, a bunch of these guys who I like a lot from the Ringerverse. And one of the guys said the culture seems to move on from this. And I'm like,
Mm.
huh. The way he talked about it, he was like, look at this past year alone with like how this past year, like original films have just been thriving, whether it's Sinners, whether it's an F1, whether it's now the Odyssey's not more of like it's an adaptation, but like, I think the culture has moved on. Because looking at it, Supergirl, I saw it today on
Listen,
different time.
I still haven't even seen Supergirl, and like I literally have a
You're
Superman
the
tattoo like
expert.
that. That's all my favorite shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still have not seen Super,
You,
and like not even like because it looks bad, but I haven't. It hasn't been like so much of a pull for me to the theaters to see it.
Bro, same here. And I was so bored today. I was kind of like, okay, what's playing near me? And I'm like, all right, Supergirl. I'll go see it on a random Thursday. Guess what? It was myself in the theater only, bro. Just myself. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, it's whatever. Like, it was just all right, man. Speaks enough. But like, my point is, I think what this guy said on the Midnight Boys said is that I feel like I think to a point of like with Obsession doing really well, Backrooms doing really well, all of these movies that the past year alone have like these original films, one better after another, like all these films. Like I think people, I think the conversation. I know if Moses was here, he like would debate me on this. I know he'd be like, "No, man, you're wrong." I think he's still holding out hope for like the resurgence of like that feeling we had when we were in college and like us growing up the MCU. But I do think we're at a point now where it's like you're playing again. You're playing damage control, but also you're trying to like make amends and make up for wrongs, whatever. And I think this trailer again, from what I heard from talking from you now about it and a few other people online and people's reactions, people were kind of just like, man, like there used to be a time where this would have broke the internet back in the day. Oh my god,
Yeah,
it's Gambit, and then like it's like, man, like this. I feel like this hype, this like that era of like, man, like we're here. Like I think back to like us walking into AZ Mills, seeing Endgame, Infinity War, walking into IMAX.
yeah.
We were buzzing. We were like, oh my god, we're here. We
I
made it
was
actually.
I was vibrating when I was walking into the fucking theater, bro. So
Yeah,
and again, it's gonna be a fun movie. It's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be fun to see. The X-Men come back, the original actors, but
yeah.
even for me, it's like I don't fully understand what all is going on because the the actual characters from the first X-Men movie, or are these just variants of them? Because I know that they've said like, well, Deadpool exists in the Fox X-Men universe that we all know, but it's like if that's the case, why does Colossus look and act different? How come none of the X-Men are there?
Mm-hmm.
It's all of this shit, and it's like even with this one, like okay, well, yeah, well, it was Kelsey Grammer as Beast in the cat in the Marvels end credit scene. Yeah, but he looks different from when he was in the fucking first few movies. So how do I know that? And also, it was like Lashana Lynch was playing, I think, Binary, or it was like that universe's version of Captain Marvel. I'm like, are you telling me that like in that Fox X-Men universe, all of these other characters have been existing in the background, but they just never came up? So again, it's like is this the same one or is it not? I don't know.
Yeah, and we've seen now Professor X will get murked so many times.
He got the drip though. I ain't gonna lie. He got some fresh fits. But no, yeah, every time we see you, you end up getting bodied, bro.
Yeah,
The first trilogy, you got blowed up. Logan, you died again.
Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness, you fucking died again. This one, well, hey, listen, it's not even like, oh man, is he gonna survive? First off, no disrespect. I'm gonna talk strictly about the character. This is no disrespect to Patrick Stewart. I love him, man, but Charles, you're like 100 and something years old at this point. Plus, we already know that the world's gonna blow because the sky was on fire in this fucking shot right here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about to reboot. It's gonna be cool to see everybody for sure, but I don't know, man.
I'm with you,
Yeah,
man.
that's kind of cool. Magneto got a cool look.
I'm with you on this. I really again we're gonna see the movie, of course. We're gonna react to it, we're gonna review it, of course. But I just man, I'm at a point now where I'm like, I just there was a time where this would have like would have been like, oh my gosh, I saw that trailer that Mo sent us. I'd watch it right away, and I'm just like, I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm not. I wish I had that
Yeah,
same excitement.
no, because when I sent the trailer link, I know you reacted, but it was otherwise basically like fucking dead. Even I didn't have anything to say. It was just like, oh, okay, here's the trailer, man.
Yeah, man. It was just again. I watched it right when I officially woke up, and I was like, I'm watching it now, and I was like, I woke up. I was cleared some coffee in me. I'm like, cool. And I watched it, and I was like, man. I put on the big TV, and I'm like, all right. And I watched it twice just to be sure, and I was like, I just didn't. I just felt like, all right. Like I was like, yeah, cool. And this whole thing of like Infinity Vision too, like kiss my ass. Like, come on, like
What is that? Because it feels like they just made the shit up.
it did. It did. And it was funny too. And I know what one on this is that like it was funny too is that again look at the fact that Dune got all the IMAX cameras because remember 10 years ago those IMAX screens would have bent over backwards and be like, oh my gosh, Disney and Marvel, here you go. We're so sorry. Like
Yeah.
look at that point now. Like Dune is gonna have those IMAX screens and cameras for like IMAX screens for the whole holiday break and then some afterwards. Like we're in a time now where Dune 3's got a bit of a bigger hype than Avengers Doomsday.
I'm
And
so fucking hyped for fucking Doom. But we ain't here to talk about that. Avengers Doomsday. You're right. Don't let me get off track.
no, but I am too. So I'm at a point now. It's like, man, like I think that whole Infinity Vision is like kind of a gimmick, just because it's like, oh, because for us at least out here in AZ, if you're at a Harkins, it's like all the Cine XLs or Cine Capris or Cine One, whatever. Kind of like it's like Harkins version of Dolby, whatever. That's like the premium format. It's cool, but it's not the same as going to the actual Dolby or IMAX. It is still a very cool experience. We saw a few screenings in Cine XL, whether we saw Twisters there, saw a few of the movies there. I think Ballerina last year was Cine XL. Like a lot of cool things. Cine XL, which is really Cine Capri, but Cine One is really cool experience for Harkins. But I think Infinity Vision, they were kind of like, well, shit, we don't really have a large premium format. Let's kind of make one up. It's like, okay, it's kind of a bit of a gimmick. I don't know.
Right.
We'll see.
Infinity Vision. Like, okay, you guys. We'll humor
Yeah,
you.
we'll see. But yeah, we'll definitely ask Moses' thoughts on this next time we see him. But again, to all our audience, to both our video watchers and our audio listeners, like, let us know in the comments what you think about this trailer. Are you hyped for it? Are you kind of like us? Are you kind of like, I'm over this, I'm kind of checked out? But let us know what you think. We want to hear from you guys. Again, it is funny seeing the discourse around this trailer where it's like, all right,
Yeah.
it's
It's
here.
like, okay. It's like everyone sees just like, wow, cool. Like
Cool.
when your kid gives you, hey, daddy, I drew this picture. Wow, son, you
Yeah.
sure did.
You're like, thanks.
You know,
Put this shit over
it's
here.
like I'm proud of you, I guess, but nah, this does not look good like that.
Yeah.
This ain't no Van Gogh painting, bro.
Yeah. You're like, all right, get this shit out of
Yeah,
here.
it's like I appreciate it, because there's love here,
Yeah.
but
You
nah,
put it in
man.
your office. You're like, oh yeah, I'll put it right here, and he walks out, just takes it down.
Put him office. Put that shit in the track. No, I'm kidding. I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing.
you know,
I don't have kids yet, but
let's wait, before well, what is Finity Vision? Is this quality certification program created by the Walt Disney Company for premium large format PLF. Is not new projection technology, but for marketing and technical standard design, highlight tech and high-end auditoriums. Okay,
I still don't know what that means.
so
Is it just
yeah,
a large screen or something? Or
it's
that's
basically again
strange.
for us like it's. I saw it done on Fandango, like all like all of Harkins is like high end like the Cine XLs are that, but I think it goes
Okay.
for us locally speaking. It goes IMAX 70 millimeter 143, Dolby Dolby AMC, and then this is now like for us at least it's
And then Infinity Vision
Infinity Vision because it's like the Cine
right at the
XLs on
bottom.
Harkins, but yeah, and
Hmm.
we'll see. It's probably a bit of a gimmick. I think people on like Twitter were like, "The fuck?" They were like, "Get
Yeah,
this
I'm like, you
bullshit
can't
out
just
of
make
here."
shit up, bro.
Yeah, it's like okay, like settle down. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. All right, so moving now into the Odyssey, and again, this fair warning, this could be spoilers. It's been a week. If you haven't seen the movie yet, first off, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
B, B, you're missing out. So again, you've been warned. Spoiler alert. Also, again, the book's been around for 3,000 years too. Just a heads up as well.
Right. He's one of the oldest stories in fucking history.
Just a heads up.
Oh my gosh.
Just a heads up. But again, right now, The Odyssey, Chris Nolan made $124 million opening weekend. I think 250 mil globally. I think it's now Nolan's biggest global debut ever, surpassing Dark Knight, surpassing Interstellar, surpassing Dark Knight Rises. Huge win for the box office, huge win for Nolan, Universal, everyone involved. Again, so Nick, let's hear, again, full spoilers, of course. Heads up.
So
Floor is yours.
full spoilers. Honestly, I love this movie. Like I've been listening to the score since I seen it. I've listened to the score like 6 or 7 times at full, man. And I don't know, like, because I know that there was uh like controversy about some of the cast for like, oh man, why did they get Lupita Nyong'o as Helena Troy, and there's an Asian guy in it, and like Elliot Page is trans, and like it's like I saw this like, well, this isn't historically accurate. Maybe not, but the entire fucking story was also made up, and also like y'all got a problem with certain actors being cast in this film, talking about like, well, it's not historically accurate. They're not Greek, but none of the other actors are Greek. Like, yeah, you have a problem with. I'll just keep it above with you. You got a problem with like black folks being casted in these roles, but then it's like, and you want to say like, well, okay, you guys aren't Greek, so it just feels kind of woke. But how come there's not a problem with Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Anne Hathaway? Like that's all fine. So yeah, there's a little bit of bullshit kind of surrounding it, but besides that, the movie, it was phenomenal, genuinely, truly, and epic. Like the scale of this movie. I also like this dude, like King Agamemnon. People were kind of like shitting on the visual style of it, like, oh, like why would he have armor like this? Why, like the lace Dragonians, like that kind of armor. It's like, again, like the shit's made up. You want to talk about historical accuracy? You really think fucking Athena and Cyclops was walking around back then? Hell no, man. But blah blah blah. Full spoilers. Like Matt Damon, like everybody in this movie killed it. It was fantastic. And the movie just fucking hit. I don't look it because I kind of read the book in high school just because it was like a sign, but I never looked at it too deep. But after watching the movie, and I think this is just it's a credit to Nolan and everybody that made it. It felt like, okay, after watching the movie, now I see why this story has been so prominent for all of this time. I felt like, okay, I get it now, because it's a deep story, man, and it's not just like, oh man, I got lost after the war and I had to find my way back home and it was monsters and shit. The deeper meaning of the story, at least as far as I interpret it, is like it's you can get lost, but you eventually have to find your way back to yourself. You have to remember who you are, kind of like the in the Lion King. Remember when Mufasa, he's like remember who you are, like you're the one true king. It's like that, like, bro, you went through some shit, totally understandable. You had to take some time away to deal with this shit. Mm-hmm. Totally understandable, but you cannot just remain lost in like the bullshit and trying to distract yourself, because that's what the whole again, spoilers, whatever the fuck, that's what the whole fucking Lotus Five thing was. He's how long have I been here? 7 years, like, and again, it's like excuse me, you were trying to distract yourself with with comfort. You got lost in the comfort and with the distractions, but at the end of the day, it's like you have responsibilities, you got shit that you got to do. And it's just this film, the story was an epic way of saying that. And like the twist with Zendaya's Athena, I loved how they did that. I have to be careful how I word it, because my wife hasn't seen it yet. She's in the other room. But Like that was really cool, man. Again, like the cast fantastic. The fact that it was only a handful of visual effects
Oh, I
shots,
know.
incredible. So when you're watching the movie, you see everybody on the boats in the ocean. They're actually fucking doing that. The Cyclops, that was a large animatronic, but it was also for his perspective and all of this shit. But they actually had an actor playing that. The scene on Cersei's island, man, with
Oh yeah.
with she turned the motherfuckers into pigs, and I know everyone's like, oh my god, because how did they do that if it wasn't CGI? Motherfucking prosthetics. Off the top of my head, prosthetics, but that was a cool scene, and gosh darn it, it was terrifying. This
Oh,
movie made me feel like Nolan would he would do a really good job at making a horror movie.
oh yeah.
Give him fucking Dante's Inferno, or rather the Divine Comedy or some shit like that. I feel like that'd be incredible. But nah, this movie was fantastic, and I just this when he yeah, y'all know how it is. He comes back in the fucking like bow, dun, 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 dun. That was so fucking peak. I'm like, I gotta start taking archery lessons now just to piss everybody off, like strumming my shit. But golly, yeah, this movie was amazing. It was phenomenal. I loved it. And like the cast, just the Nolan's visual aesthetic, how it was shot. Tom Holland did his thing, and Hathaway, Matt Damon, every single actor. There wasn't like a bad thing in this movie. Like
Mhm.
it was just I'm not gonna say it was perfect. I don't think any film is, but it's as close to perfect as perfect could be. I thought it was incredible, man. And like the score is it's like it's just because it gets me in my head, and it's like I love it. I love it. So I know I'm just kind of rambling, but like this movie was a 9 out of 10. This movie was an A+.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's one of those movies you think back, you're like, again, like, how did he do this? Like, how did he pull this off? And I think that obviously we've been lucky enough to grow up with him as a filmmaker, and just like the evolution of him as a filmmaker from from Batman Begins till now. I mean, the evolution of this of him as a director is like incredible, and just like to your point earlier about the scale and scope of this is unreal. And I gotta say, on second rewatch, I think this definitely is in my top five of his movies for sure. I think you were saying it was top three for you now.
It's definitely top 3 for me. Like yeah, it's because it's this. Tenet is my number one still, but
Yeah, let's have it.
Tenet, Odyssey, and Inception.
Okay.
The
And
number 2 and number 3 spots are kind of interchangeable, but yeah.
it was funny. The guy who plays the Cyclops, I think it's Bill Irwin, his name. He also was the puppeteer and voice of the Case in Interstellar, which is like,
No,
hey,
yeah, I heard about that. No, but that's fucking cool though.
yeah,
That's dope.
Bill Irwin, I think his name is, and I was like, yeah, there he is,
It should be. Yeah, that's him.
there he is, and there he is with the Case, the machine from Interstellar. And I do like to see him. Like I love when he kind of brings back people he's worked with in the past. Obviously with like
Yeah.
him and Matt Damon and Hathaway, Himesh Patel, who I thought was really good in this as well.
He was in Tenet.
He was, yeah, yeah, he's very,
Okay,
very
yeah, yeah.
underrated.
Because he looked familiar.
Yeah,
Oh, like he's underrated, and Samantha Morton. I do want to give her
yeah,
props because like that whole scene, and also I've only seen Samantha Morton in 3 things, including that 4 things, including this. But yeah, tremendous because I gotta give her a shout out because she was in Minority Report. That's one of my favorite
oh
movies.
yeah, that's right. That's what I was thinking of. Yes,
She was the pre-con,
that's
but
right.
yeah.
Yeah, she was
Ah, that shit
really
was
good.
terrifying though.
Oh, dude, that scene. Seeing that when I saw that, I was like, that scene, like the pigs. I was like, I mean, I had to pee that time. The second time I watched it, I was like,
Oh, I remember you got the
I had to pee. I was like, you know what? That shit disturbed me. Where I was like, no,
Oh,
no, no. I was like, when I first saw it with my dad, I was like, oh fuck, and I was like, oh my god, it was in my head all week. And seeing it with you guys on last Thursday, I was like,
yeah.
hell no. It really got me. Where I
That's
was
it.
like, ugh.
That should have me kind of feel like I don't want to eat at like no one else's house then because now I don't know if I'm gonna like come back.
Yeah, and she didn't season that food either.
Hell no, that's even worse.
um,
Ah,
but you're right. Shout out to
fuck
Samantha
no.
Moore, and I really think that like Everyone in this movie, I think all his movies, I think this way, he gets a really gets a good performance out of everyone in his movies, no matter how big
Yeah.
how big or small the role is. Could be a very small role, like even my favorite actor in the world, Timothée Chalamet, even his small role
Oh
in
hell yeah.
Interstellar, like works pretty well. Like Topher Grace, even in Interstellar, really good. It's like then Tenet too, Himesh Patel, like everyone in his movies, he gets a great performance, no matter how big or small your role is. And even Travis Scott too. He opens the
I wanted
movie.
more Travis Scott guys, but also like that was another thing. People, I think I saw some people like, okay, well, like Travis Scott, like what are y'all doing? But it makes sense because again, like when the movie starts off, it's Travis Scott. I think he's a bard or something like that. He's a
Yeah,
storyteller, and in real life, obviously he's a rap, he's a musician. Like that's a form of storytelling. So it translates. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
back then, like this was the equivalent. That's why he got Travis Scott to again communicate that he's using language, visual language that this modern audience will understand.
Yeah,
Travis Scott tells stories, he makes music. That's really what all this is.
of
This is
course.
all just them fucking telling the story about like, is the Odysseus out there? Is he not? Who knows?
No, it works, and you got a really talented musician opening the movie, and
Yeah,
also he's friends with Nolan too. So it's like,
yeah. It's like I'm jealous of both of them.
no,
Fuck.
it makes sense. It was funny. I was telling this to you guys when we walked out of the theater on Thursday. I feel like with both The Odyssey and Oppenheimer, and this is why this podcast get an explicit rating, is that both these two movies are about post nut clarity. Like think about it.
Which one? This one and what?
Oppenheimer. Think about
Wait,
it.
how's Oppenheimer post that clarity? This one for sure. Yeah.
Remember after he remember he builds the bomb works. Remember he's in that scene. Remember he's like, oh no, what have I done?
Yeah.
That scene, it's kind of post nut clarity where he's remember after he like drops.
Oh, you meant like metaphorical?
Yeah, metaphorically.
Oh,
metaphorically.
okay.
No, not actual. Not actual. That metaphorically.
I was like, I might need to see that movie again because I'm like, I only saw it like one time in theaters, but no,
That's what I meant.
Because speaking of post, like when he was on the island, on Calypso's island, and first off, he's like 7 years. I turned to Moses, I was like, oh, they've been fucking, bro. Like, and I'm not saying like, no, I'm just be honest with you that like, so to your point about like post clarity, like he's like, yeah, I kind of been away from my wife and son for too fucking long. Your son don't even know what you look like, bro.
No,
you ain't even met your own kid. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, bro, you was really kind of just in the trenches of like a little bit of bullshit. And again, it's like that's kind of why I brought up the Lion King metaphor. Yeah. Like, some shit went down. You had to like take some time away. Don't be going like too far off the deep end, and don't be staying away for too long because you still have responsibilities back home that you got to handle. But yeah, post clarity. That's an apt metaphor.
Movies.
That's a fucking apt metaphor.
Both movies had it. Like, I watched today. I was like, when I walked out, I was like, wait a second. I'm like, back-to-back movies are about, again, mostly, again, if you metaphorically about post-nut clarity. And I love this scene. I love when they go up in the island.
Shit. Bro, the fucking trees. When it was like, oh, it looks like that guy over there is like eating, and he said when it was like a kid, I was like, why is this 8-year-old fucking 6'5"?
Yeah.
I'd have been like, if I was there, like I'd have been swinging the fucking sword, bro, because it would have taken me off guard.
Yeah, no, seriously.
You got 12-foot armored giants moving the trees.
Oh my god, dude.
Nah, I'm out, man. Odysseus. All due respect, fuck you, bro. Why did you put me in this situation?
Oh man, just how brutal that scene too is. Like just to see like how they get trapped and they get stabbed and all that. Like just get mauled down.
It was fucking throwing motherfuckers through the trees.
Dude.
One-handed throwing dudes across the fucking forest.
Just straight murked. And I was sitting there, and that to me, I was like, oh, this is one of the best scenes like he's filmed from an action standpoint too. Where I was like,
from an action, yeah, that scene. But my favorite line is I have two favorite lines. But like when it was with Robert Pattinson. He's like, somebody get these pictures out of me.
Oh, yeah,
he's like, he's looking around. He's like, yeah, I thought that was funny, right? No, okay. But then my not my second favorite line, but the second one I'll mention. When he was talking to John Leguizamo, he's like, are you gonna like bring the fear of the gods or something like that, or like what are you gonna bring? He's like, bringing it all. Like, the gloves is off because also you got it. bro, I've been gone for fucking 20 years, and like when I walk back up into my house, like y'all is eating up my food, sitting up at my table, disrespecting my house. Y'all don't fuck. You threw my fucking dog outside like he was trash, and all of y'all is trying
Oh
to fuck up on my
yeah,
wife. No, y'all have to die. Everybody in this
yeah,
fucking room has to die just off the principle alone.
yeah.
X no.
I yeah. Going back real quick, John Leguizamo, man, is terrific in this.
Yeah,
Like,
because I
really
typically think of
shows.
him as a comedic actor,
Me
but
too.
like, it's like nah. You know, obviously he's grown up over time, but nah, this was and what an incredible fucking performance. No bad, like you said, Doug. No bad performances in this
No,
movie.
none. There really is. There really is not. I think there's a few weak. Not like terrible, but like I did think. I thought I and Hathaway I thought was good, but there was times where I'm doing my Catwoman voice, and I was like,
Mm.
I was kind of like, girl, wrong movie, same director, did wrong movie, like you're doing this thing, whatever. And I gotta be honest too, I didn't. I thought I liked the opening scene with Elliot Page a lot. I did.
Yeah.
That to me, but I thought he was talking out of his like I'm talking like this, like kind of like out of his mouth. I'm like during the Hades
Okay.
scene, I was like, breathe, breathe. You can breathe. Like I'm doing,
Yeah.
kind of like kid from Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh,
Like,
from Malcolm in the Middle.
good. I'm like breathe. And I thought, okay, like obviously I think he worked with obviously Nolan in Inception, where I was like, okay, like that to me, like that worked. But this, I thought like he was a little overacting, where I was like, you don't have to like you're over enunciating everything. Where I
Okay.
was like, okay, but the opening scene I liked a lot with him. Like when it gets like marked down, you're like, oh shit, 'cause you see how like intense it is, and the whole
I didn't
backstory of
realize
it.
how I didn't realize how significant that because I didn't realize how
Same.
significant that was until they went to Hades. Because when that was going on, I was like, oh golly, bro, like he's like it's a fucking gift, and y'all
Uh,
bodied him over that. So like when he like comes back, he's like, why didn't you just tell me what was up, bro? I'm fucking dead. Oh, it's that whole noble lies
Sacrifices,
bullshit, but
yeah,
sacrifices. But it's kind of like, hey, nothing wrong with making sacrifices. Why did you have to sacrifice me? What the fuck? Because
yeah.
so it was kind of like that's kind of interesting, but one thing too, again, like leading up to the movie, I was hearing like a lot of people just kind of like up in arms about like, why is Elliot Page playing Achilles? And when I first heard that, I was like, I not my first choice for Achilles, but again, it's different director, different style. It'll make sense when I watch the movie. I saw Faith in Nolan. You start watching the movie, he's not even playing Achilles. He's playing Sinon. Not I know his name's not Simon.
Yes, Sanan, yeah,
Sinon. Thank you.
yeah.
And because I heard like Sinan was not actually in
No,
the Odyssey, but they were his character was in a different
the
book.
Iliad, I think it's
But like,
called,
yeah, the Iliad or like the iron the ain. So it
something like
was
that.
something else.
Yeah.
Another fucking. It starts with the vowel. One of them stories, but it was I think it happened like later on or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, doesn't play Achilles, but the role was good. Oh, also when he was again another line that I love, like when he gave him back his the little like totem or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, fucking take your shame back with you.
and
He said,
he
"Go back to hell
stabs
where you
him.
belong,
Oh,
bitch."
dude, that
Oh
I was telling people at my work, and when I saw it, I was like, man, the third act, he goes full Tarantino. Like it
yeah,
just goes like bonkers. Like and also I saw one song on TikTok that was really cool. Like they said that when he does the bow, that thing again, he said that he's telling his prey that it's time to hunt.
yeah, because it's like his whole thing. At least for this movie is I may be a warrior, but I'm an honorable man. So I'm gonna make some noise just so you know that I'm there. I'm not gonna shoot you with your back turned.
Nah,
I'm trying to make this a fair fight. I'm gonna still drop a body, but at least at least you'll see your death coming type shit. And another thing I liked was in that scene in particular, or I think it might have been every time he was like strumming that particular bow.
yeah.
You have Ludwig Göransson's score
Oh,
in the
so good.
background, and like whether it was either like the track's name was either Odysseus or no, I think it was I think it was like Taking Back the Bow / Vengeance was the name of this particular track, but
Yeah,
the music is going, but the him plucking the string, it blends in perfectly
perfectly.
with the with the score. And so
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, yeah, I like that. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like it's not that it like accents it perfectly, but it emphasizes it like so well. Like, no, only he can do this.
Yeah.
Nobody like ah
Oh, it's
yeah,
so
this
good.
this movie was good. This
Can,
I need this shit on Blu-ray.
oh, a day one by day one
Um,
by. Can I say
bringing it all. Real. I'm
two
sorry.
two things that cracked me up because you told Mo something because it was you were to the left and it was most in the middle, I was to the right, and you told Mo something during the siren scene he was laughing so hard, and then he tells me I started laughing. You told me
What did I say?
you said, "Oh no, that brother's starving."
Oh yes.
I could not stop laughing because most started
Yes.
laughing. I started laughing so hard because it was like,
No, it's fucking like they're sailing past it's like the watch and it's all the sirens there and like they were presenting in a certain, shall we say, alluring way, and he's like,
yeah.
yeah, man, tie me down because I gotta hear this. I'm like, oh, you got a whole fucking wife out, all bro, relax.
You said that.
And like,
I started crying. I'm crying right now laughing at it. It was so funny. Oh my
but
goodness.
it's like, and even with that, like that scene was spectacular, man. Because
Oh yeah.
like one thing I noticed, it was again, it was with the when thinking about the score, Sirens, Odysseus, and then I think it was called like it was something. It was called like Vengeance, like later on when he comes back and he's restringing the bow. There's a certain, and I'm not really that into music, so I might be using these words kind of wrong, so bear with me. But there's a certain there's like a melody or like there's a through line for all three of those pieces,
Mm-hmm.
where I think there's even like some vocalization from James Blake. But it's like whenever those three pieces are playing, like there's a similarity to it, and it's like it's because it's all three of those are in some way about Odysseus himself. Like when it was like
Mm-hmm.
sirens, and you hear the kind of I think it's like I'm not gonna hum it because I don't want to put y'all through that, but he's giving his monologue like like, oh man, it was everything that you
Oh
wanted but could
yes.
never have and all that kind of stuff. And like you see just like the agony that he's in. And then obviously the main character theme is that similar melody, and then when he comes back, because it's a climactic moment. This is what it's all fucking been leading to. But each of those moments were very pivotal with this character. And I like the musical continuity and how even with that, even through the music, it tells a story. It tells the story of what Odysseus is going through. Sirens is more of a mental thing. The Vengeance was a more external thing, but both of them incorporate pieces of the character's main
Yeah.
theme. And I love hearing music do that in films. And so it's just, chef's kiss.
It's dude. This the music.
Yo, man. Yeah,
It's the line. All the things you want it to be, then all the things you wish you never wished for. It was the delicious itch you go to scratch, but find it's under the skin. You can't reach it. So the delicious itch becomes unbearable. Told you what you most want is what you most can't have, and what you most can't have is what you already had and lost. It was the song of all the promises I failed to keep, and it told me I don't really want to go home. Ooh.
Mm. But that part right there, it like so then it's like it begs the question, why don't you want to go home? The whole entire story is I need to get back to my kingdom, but this whole entire time you actually haven't wanted to go home. So the movie again, like it brings that up, and then again it gets the fucking wheels turning. Why don't you want to go home? Why don't you want to go home? But you're trying to get home by the time he returns and everything like that. It answers that question. I'm not going to go fully into spoilers because like watch the movie for yourselves for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But again, it's like the shit is heavy, the shit is deep. Why? And it's like just I maybe because I'm not to sound the type of way, but it's like I'm a man now, so it's like things are kind of just things click differently for me. So it's this idea again of like it's shit that you got to do. Don't get too comfortable. Don't be out here like fuck. You got to take a break every now and then.
Yep.
Recalibrate the mental, but don't be out here just like fucking around doing whatever, doing all this shit that you're not supposed to do. Like you got shit that you got to do, responsibilities. Handle that shit. Again, like his whole thing. I have a wife and a son I got to get back to, and he was like, he was over there fucking around with Calypso, man.
I
I've been here
know.
for 7 years. yeah, man, you done had a little. You had a little something on the side. You got Matt comfortable. You literally lost track of time, bro. You can't be doing that, man. You feel me? So
Cheater. Yeah. Cheater. Nah, you're right. I think that that monologue was giving me you either die a hero or you long enough to yourself the villain kind of vibes. That dialogue right there, I was
that's
like,
deep.
damn.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. And I even said this when the third act when he like started murking everybody. I go, holy shit, that's Jason Bourne.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's Jason
Jason
Bourne.
Bourne. But really though, to Nick's point that you guys see this movie for yourself, you guys see it in theaters. I really recommend. I have it right here. If you're lucky enough, good luck getting tickets because they'll sold out the next few weeks, not next month. At the list right here, I'll post it on our social media as well. You have to go see this. If you have a theater near you or somewhat near you, it's worth the little road trip. If I was seeing people on TikTok, people driving all over the country to like find a 70 millimeter IMAX. People are driving like hours.
It's worth it. And 70 mil is fucking worth it.
I remember when I saw Sinners for the third time, or second or third time on IMAX, I thought these guys in line, they go, yeah, man, we drove here from Texas. And I was like, what? Like, they drove from, like, but they weren't in Dallas, but I think they were in Austin or, no, was Texas? I forget where it was. But they drove all this way to, like, people from Utah drove all this way for IMAX for Sinners. I'm like, people are driving all over the country just to see this in IMAX, which is, like, 70 millimeter IMAX at least. You're like, wow. You're just like, wow. You're just like, wow. Because again, it's one of those rare events. And I hope this movie does something really special that I hope this gives IMAX go, you know what? We have to build more theaters. We had to build more theaters. We had to maybe convert some of these digital IMAX to actual IMAXs. I think there's a demand for this movie. I think Oppenheimer proved that, of course, a couple years ago. Sinners definitely till that last year. And this movie now, cherry on top, where it's like, you have to build more IMAX 70 millimeter theaters because again, there's a demand for this, and the fact that these are all sold out, people are buying wheelchairs and faking an injury. You've seen this? People are legit.
What?
Like I saw a guy on TikTok. AZ Mills bought a wheelchair to go see. Yeah, he got one.
Fucking weak.
Yeah, people are doing this, and I was like, "Shit, I might go to Goodwill tomorrow and get me one of those wheelchairs."
About to make a wheelchair myself.
Yeah, like you see me get out of the car, just like I sit down on it. It's like, no, I gotta say, if you can see this movie really in IMAX, it's I think to me, to the last week on a reaction, I said that is it my favorite IMAX experience? I can't say it's my favorite, but I think this is the best 70 millimeter IMAX experience of my life so far. Because we're still very young.
Mad at it.
We're still very young.
That's true. Yeah, we still got time.
We got time. So, again, I love this movie too. I give it a 10 out of 10. I think it's definitely one of the movies that, again, it's not, my favorite Nolan, but to me, watching it on the second time where I was like, this is something that's very special and very just like a reason why I love movies. I think last year, even with Sinners too, when seeing that with you on IMAX as well, it was like, this is why we go to the movies. This is why we go to the experience for this example. And I think both Nolan and Nolan and Coogler and a few other filmmakers really understand the purpose of a full meal of movies. And I think with this movie and Sinners, definitely I felt fulfilled after walking out, where I was like, cool, I fuck with this. But yeah, love this movie. See it in IMAX. Again, man, Nolan does it again. He just keeps getting better and better, and I can't wait to see what he does next as a filmmaker.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm looking for because I saw somebody say like the next film that I do, like it's not gonna be for like 3 years or something like that. I'm like, you know what, make it 5 because you definitely deserve a break. He has not had a misstep.
No,
like
he hasn't.
Not like he hasn't made like a bad movie, but for me, his worst movie was Dunkirk.
Yeah.
I didn't like it just because like I didn't care about like the story or the subject matter, but it was still a good fucking film. It was just like, I want to see something like sci-fi, like weird and creative.
Me too.
This is just a war drama basically. But even with that, it's like his worst movie was still a damn good movie.
Exactly. It's I put
That's
that.
insane.
It's probably my least favorite movie of his because I didn't go back. Oh, that or maybe Insomnia, but like I didn't go back to like rewatch.
You didn't like Insomnia? Or
I do. I
it's
do.
one of your least
I
favorites,
do.
rather. Sorry.
I still like it, but like compared
Yeah.
to like his other movies, I rewatch like Batman. I rewatch this. I watch Tenet. I watch Interstellar a lot more. Where it's like I rewatch a lot more of his movies than
Mhm.
Insomnia, as well as Dunkirk. I'm with you. Dunkirk was good, but I haven't rewatched it in a couple of years because I was just like, I don't really care about the characters. Again, the experience, to your point, the experience, the technical
Yeah.
achievement. Oh my god!
Yeah.
But to your point, as a story and as about like the characters, I can't really, I wasn't really invested with them. 'Cause I'm like, what are their names again? I couldn't tell you. Tom Hardy's in
Bro.
Sky.
Yeah, someone had pointed out like Harry Styles is in that movie. I'm like, I don't recall.
I
I
don't
believe
either.
you, but I don't fucking remember that, bro.
I don't either. It's like I like okay, cool. It's fine, but yeah, love this movie, and I really just can't wait for more people to see it. And again, it's like to your point, Nick. Yeah, like give it 3 to 5 years because I think he does movies every 3 years. Because I think back to like Tenet was 2020 technically, because even though it was COVID. Oppenheimer was 23. This is 26. So I think before that, Dunkirk was 2017, and then Interstellar was 2014. So I feel like he does 3 years, kind of like he does kind of the 3 year like kind of hiatuses, and then he comes back. But to your point, though, I think after this and Oppenheimer, I would like to see him go back to contemporary modern times.
Yeah. Um, I think for Nolan, I want to see like a sci-fi epic or just a straight up horror movie.
That too.
Because there was some, the
Oh,
Cyclops scene, Cersei's Island. That shit was fucking terrifying. Again, the last Dragonians. Why is this fucking 7-year-old fucking taller than me?
yeah.
And I'm a grown ass. That's scary.
Yeah, the way
Heck
the way he
no.
eats, the way he ate those people too, like a sandwich.
Yeah, like,
Uh, yeah,
because like he said,
yeah,
"What are
no,
you doing down there?"
yeah. He's looking
With
around.
his fucking like 20-foot tall ass.
Yeah, no, love this movie. Go see it for yourself. Again, it's really one of the best IMAX experiences you'll have. If not in a very long time, if not in a while. So
Yeah.
yeah, go check it out. All right, folks, that will do it for this week's episode. Before we go though, Nick, where can our lovely audience find you at home on social media?
You can find me right here at the Genre of Your Life podcast. You can find me on Instagram at Ahmad Johnson 98. And wherever there is a positive movie experience, I'm there as well. You may not see me, but I'm there in spirit.
I'm there, like you're gonna enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
Sit back and relax.
Whenever you enjoy a movie, it's because like I was just like some invisible force. Like you actually like this movie. You appreciate it more than people typically do.
It's the devil and the angel on the side.
Yeah, it's like you remember in Wonder Woman, like Ares, where like at the end it was like I didn't outright make anybody do anything. I just kind of whispered the idea in the ear, and then I disappeared, and then they kind of just did whatever the fuck. That's me. Whenever you have a good movie going experience, that's me. That's me whispering that shit in your ear. I'm like, yeah, this movie was pretty good, wasn't it? And then I just fade away.
You're gonna enjoy this shit.
Yeah,
You
you're
can
the
find.
only one in your friend group that's gonna like this movie.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, could you imagine? Oh my goodness! How many times we've been there? We're like, "Movie's great." People are like, "Yeah, really?" It's like, kiss off, yeah, whatever.
Society's gonna ridicule you for liking this movie.
Oh, and by the way, when we say IMAX and climax, this is what we mean by the movie too. This is what we mean by IMAX and climax. This is
Oh
legit.
yeah, man.
This
I
is
had
what
to
we
wipe
mean.
down the front of my fucking seat, bro.
Yeah. Talk about 40x and IMAX. Of course, you can find me right here, of course, with this amazing guy every week here at the Johnny Light Podcast. Here at Midway New Production. You can find us on my personal Instagram at The Young Jones on Instagram, Capri Sun at Twitter, or X as they call it now. Of course, find our social medias, all one word, at Midway Avenue Productions. Again, subscribe, rate, review. Again, our link tree has some really cool links from amazing articles with Nick and Moses. They're amazing short films. A lot of cool stuff on there. Our RSS feeds, Instagram, you name it too. Everything you need, all our links to our podcast are also under the RSS, on the link tree in our bio as well. So again, don't be a stranger. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Again, leave us a review, comment, review, and rating, and we want to hear from you guys. But until then, stay well, stay cool, stay safe. Go to the movies, everyone. This is an off week for a lot of new stuff. So again, go check out. There's so much right now in store for you all. Go to local cinema. If you are lucky enough to get an IMAX ticket for Odyssey, enjoy it. Get a big snack, big Slurpee, whatever you name it. But until then, stay well, stay cool, stay safe. And as always, we will see you all at the movies.